Hey guys, welcome to Sendjim. Question and answer for October 14th, 2016. Josh, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, doing super duper. Can you see my screen, Derek?
I can.
Okay, cool. So we're making a short video to help our current Sendjim customers get excited and understand the updates that are coming out very shortly in a couple weeks, so they have a heads up on kind of what we're bringing to them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So there was a couple of questions from the last week. Did you want to address those first and then kind of show the new features?
Do like a really fast 10,000-foot view of basically what we've changed and what the updates are real quick, because this is really cool stuff.
Okay.
Basically, Sendjim has only been able to send postcards and emails, and that's great. It works awesome. But we're adding different types of mailers, different types of quick sends. And so in addition to postcards and emails, once we roll this out, you're going to be able to send gifts, gift cards, greeting cards, letters, all kinds of stuff. We've also made some enhancements on the quick send screen where you can add these little categories and stuff. Like I can add a category called sequences to keep all my quick send types organized, and I can drag and drop it into the sequences. Now it's over here, right? So that's kind of a general overview. Some of the gifts and things that we're going to have available, I'll just show you. We've just made some enhancements in the way this all looks and the way it works. You got chocolate covered almonds, a variety of different types of cookies, brownies, 2 and 4 pack. We got sea salt caramels. You can even, for whatever reason someone would want to, you can send a greeting card with a $1 bill inside of it. That's kind of cool. Amazon gift cards, American Express gift cards, Cold Stone Creamery gift cards, iTunes, Starbucks, gummy bears. These are good, Derek. You had some of these when we tested.
Oh, yeah. Gummy bears were
chocolate
amazing.
Cinnamon gummy bears. The chocolate cinnamon were awesome.
The popcorn was great, and the yogurt pretzels are amazing. So the pretzels are probably my favorite for sending out to customers, honestly, out of those.
Yeah,
but
there's
all of them are really, really tasty.
Yep, and so what you can do now is instead of setting up a postcard template as a quick send, you can pick pretzels. And you hit next, and included with all gifts comes a greeting card, and it gets mailed in a box with all this nice fluffy packaging material inside of it, very high level, super high quality. I only have 2 greeting cards in here as samples. There's going to be tons of custom greeting cards, but let's say it's a happy birthday and we're sending them some pretzels, right? Then you come over here and you can say to your customer, you know, happy birthday, right? You could send this to family if you want, and you could say first name, right, like that. Boom, happy whatever, we love you, enjoy the gift. So once this is set up, oops, I spelled gift wrong. Once this is set up, you name it something like happy birthday pretzels, right? And you can assign it to one of those categories that I have at the top up here. We'll assign it to gifts. That's it. Now it's saved. And so in the gifts, I have all these other ones. Here's the happy birthday pretzels we just created. You can drag and reorder them, right? What's so amazing about this is the versatility. Like I said, you can also do letters, which are killer wicked cool. For commercial prospecting and things, you could type a whole giant form letter here, blah, 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 we're so great, hire us, hire us, hire us. And here's, drum roll, right? On the letters, what's cool about the letters is the outside of the envelope that the letter is mailed in. If you have a picture of a home or a custom picture, it will actually print and be visible on the outside of the envelope. So if you check this template out here, see how there's a picture of a house right here? Imagine that this is a picture of your customer's house, right? That's what the letters are going to do. So you're going to be very, very powerful, very powerful. And you can create sequences like this, and I'll say webinar sequence. And we can drag, you know, a postcard, okay, in there, but then we could add a gift. We could say, hey, I want the birthday gift to go out on, you know, some certain day, maybe, whatever, January 10th, 2017, save that. And then maybe we want a letter to go out in the spring, right? And so you can take your letter and pick an exact date of April or something. I'll put May. Okay, the point being, though, once that's saved, now you have your sequence. And when you're on your cell phone, when you're out doing your job, you just type in the address, hit a button, boom, it's done. Last thing, and then we'll get to the frequently asked questions or what we think people are going to ask. You can send your whole list a sequence like this, right, if you wanted to. You could send all of your VIP customers because you tagged them VIP, whatever you want. You can send them just a greeting card, an email, a letter, a gift, or the sequence we just made, right, which is so awesome, the webinar sequence. It tells you, how much it costs. You send it, boom. It's done just like that. How wicked cool is that, Derek?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's going to really help out with just automating everything that you're touching after the sale or even doing some prospecting. But I think really what's really cool about that is being able to segment out what you've got going on. So you could create seasonal categories or little tabs up there. So that way you could have sequences that, pre-prepared for each season or your busy time or what have you. So, yeah, that's looking really good. I can't wait for the release of that.
How easy it is. So I'll delete all these categories real quick. Mm-hmm. This is how the system is fast. It really is. And so when you first log in, you're not going to have any categories. It's going to look like this, just like the old one did. You have all these things, right? But you add a category, you say, seasonal, like you said. You add another category that says residential. Maybe there's sequences or quick sends you want for residential. Commercial, the letters are going to be wicked cool, especially with the sequence. You can send a letter once a month for a year to maybe a big commercial prospect that you're working that's super personalized. It's amazing. And then you could have friends and family, right? Maybe you want to use this for birthday stuff, right? For people on the personal side of your life. You just come in here, you create as many quick sends as you want using this little widget. Once you got them, you drag them to where they go. You just awesome. drag. It's amazing. And then it just keeps.
This will really ease a lot of people's pains that they're having, just making things easier, faster. I mean, it's getting a complete overhaul, it looks like. So that's going to look great.
Yep.
Being that this is our first Q&A, we didn't have any questions for this particular event, but I've been looking at what the common questions that you guys have been asking over the last few months. And so I've chosen a few for this one. We're going to continue to do these for you guys. So you're welcome to submit a question to either the intercom bubble at the bottom right of the web page or even the app, or you're able to actually email me. It's Derek@Sendjim.com with your questions.
Because you got the weird Derek spelling.
Yeah, or Josh@Sendjim.com. And we'll be sure that we address these in the next video since this is the first one. That way we've got some questions so I can give you guys some help next week. So let me share my screen and then I can show you guys how to upload a custom template. That's one of the most common things I feel that people have trouble with. And so, Josh, can you see my screen now?
Yep, looks good.
So what we're going to do is go ahead and load up a Christmas sequence we're just going to upload a custom quick send that's a Christmas card that we can use in a sequence at any point. So you've got your images ready. You've got your JPEGs and you're ready to upload them. You're going to create your own custom quick send. So the way you want to do this is on the left, you'll see My Quick Sends. Just click that. And then in the top right, Add Quick Send, name it. And then select the size of the template that you're going to be doing. So we're going to do a 4x6. And we're not going to use any of the drop-down categories, although there are some templates that are already here that are great. But let's just say you have a custom one.
There's a lot of new ones, which I think people haven't known. Maybe if they haven't logged in a while or they haven't updated it. Derek and the design team are adding stuff every single week in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've got some new ones for. I don't think we have any new Christmas ones at this point, but those are going to be coming soon. There's some new window cleaning ones, but regardless, you can hit this upload custom right here, and this is where we're going to upload your custom JPEG file. Now those are the only two formats you can use. It cannot be PNG or a .ai file or anything crazy. It's just a JPEG. Now there is an important feature right here that can allow you to have more custom design freedom, and that's no image for this custom template. So what I mean is that if you have a template, let's see if I can find one here, like this one, for instance, that doesn't have, you see there's not a custom image that would be pulled from the address file. Say you wanted one that just is like a normal postcard with no custom features as far as personalization. I feel like you're
house. If you don't want to physically take a picture of the customer's house, you can use a template that doesn't require that at all.
Right, and the other cool thing about that is that you can you have more space if you're trying to do some sort of maintenance or just follow-up check-in where you don't need the personal touch to get their attention. You don't need the attention grabber. You can use that extra real estate in your postcard to do other things. Now, some of our customers have done different things, but if I were to do a template with no custom image, it's going to be for a very specific purpose. Otherwise, you're kind of losing some conversion rate by not personalizing that postcard for the attention grabber effect. So back to the quick send, we're going to do Christmas card here. Spelled that right. Good. 4x6, upload custom. Now, if you didn't want that custom image like I was talking about, then you would just select that. Now, if you have a custom template image that does not have the design work done for the image to be placed, like it, you know, if you want to have a house photo or the attention grabber photo is what I'm going to refer to it as. If you don't select that and your design does not have the this little spot right here that I'm going to show you, if you don't want an image to be slapped over the top of your design, because regardless of this design that you've uploaded, if you have that unchecked, it will slap a picture from the address file over this card. So if you haven't designed it with that in mind, you need to make sure that you have that checked or not, depending on what you're looking for. So those are just little tips there. Upload the back the same way. You're going to select the file, make sure it's the JPEG that's the right dimensions for the size card that you're looking to upload. So I actually name my files with the size of card in it, and then I also name it with the type of card and then the back or front. So go ahead and save this, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys this. So like if you want a landing page, you would do that for the card. So when they scanned it, they would go to your landing page dealing with that. Let's just say it was a Christmas card, but you're promoting holiday lighting. Then you've got a landing page specifically set up for holiday lighting. Then go ahead and put that QR code in there. Otherwise, just leave it blank. The design for the card, if you select no, now Josh, if you correct me if I'm wrong here, but if you select no and your design has a color over on the right hand side, it'll print a white box. So
yeah, the way it's set up right now. We will get some feedback. I'm sorry, what was that?
So the design would have to take that into account if you're not going to use a QR code. There will be a white box over on the right.
The back of all the postcards is to have the top right of the back white. Because there is no white box there. If you don't use a QR code, there's still a white box. So if the back of your card is designed to be blue, there's going to be, a white box over top of the blue, which isn't a huge deal, but for people that are anal about that, it's going to drive them crazy. So just make sure that you design it so that there's an area on the top right that's white, even if you don't use a QR code.
Right, so this section right here is the QR code for those that aren't familiar with QR codes. And I guess I should get off that. There's been a couple other questions with the design is, people are wanting us to put their website URL on the card. Just remember that it prints that from your company profile automatically. So if I print it on there, it's going to be on there twice for sure. So keep that in mind. And then the next question that I get a lot, and I'll go back over the quick send one more time for those that are just joining us now, but on the back, they do have disclaimers by default. So if you have this box right here selected, it's going to not print a disclaimer. If you have it unchecked, it'll use our internally already default street bidder disclaimer that basically says that we took the bid from the street, that it might not be precise or what have you. So for those of you that have been asking me to design a card that doesn't include that disclaimer on the back, you can do it yourself by just selecting that right there, or even your own custom disclaimer. So that might save you some money by not having me to design one without the disclaimer. But just be sure to save your changes after you get done with that. And anyway, so I'll just go back here. So let's just walk through that because I know we're kind of all over the place with a quick send. So I'm going to set that up one more time. Add a quick send. We're going to do a Christmas card. That's because I've already got it selected. I don't have to search.
This time when you add it, if you check the no house image for this design, when you generate the preview, we can really show people what the difference is because it won't overlay the picture of a house.
Oh, okay, right. So let's do that this time. This time I'm going to select, what Josh is saying is we're going to select this no image for custom template. Honestly, Josh, I think we're going to have to reword that a bit, but the attention grabber photo, because we have different industries using this for different reasons. By the way, if you are uncomfortable with sending a photo of the person's house, there's been a lot of our customers using it to put a photo of the neighborhood, a photo of the street sign out front, a photo of the city. I've even put like little map layouts with a pinpoint of their house from Google Maps, a picture of that. Those are all great ideas, and the point is of this, the reason the conversion rates are higher instead of 0.5% is, it's getting up to 5% for my cleaning company, 3%, 2.5% averages, is because of the attention grabber photo and the headline. The copy is what's important and getting their attention. So regardless of design, if you have the right copy and an attention grabber, these cards are going to convert good for you. If you get all tied up with the design and being precise with it, it won't matter, because if the copy's weak and the photo doesn't get their attention, it's going to convert the same as sending out like 25,000 EDDM cards. So because you're able to target, use that as leverage, just like you would Facebook ads or anything else where you're targeting your demographic, interest group, etc., and design a card that speaks to your customer. So we've got this uploaded now. Let's save it. Go to the next thing. I'm not going to use a QR code on this one. Let's go ahead and generate it. The generator should be a little faster on the next update. I know we've had some questions about, I'm not able to preview my card. If you are having trouble with this ever showing up, be sure to reach out to us, because there has been a few accounts that have had issues with that. So we've got the new card uploaded here. You'll see there's not a custom image overlapping in that. So this design will print exactly how I intended without using the address files of the customer, which is what I would want on this particular design. Mm-hmm. So anyway, is there any other things, Josh?
Perfect. I think this is a good intro webinar to give them an overview and one little quick tip. The bottom line is that these cards work almost unbelievably well if you're doing a few things correct. Number one, you should be sending them to the right people. So if you're trying to use it for prospecting, you make sure you're a little bit picky and choosy on who you send these to, right? You also want to make sure that you don't send one card. Typically, you want to send a sequence. That's why we make the sequence feature. That's the most powerful part of the whole Sendjim concept, is the ability to drip several in a row. And lastly, like Derek said, if the copy on your design is simple and attention grabbing, and you use a picture of their house or street sign or of the entryway of their subdivision, something that's personalized for them, it's unreal the difference it makes compared to EDDM or something that's much more generic. They work ridiculously well, so invest a little bit of time in getting that right. Once it's set up, it can just roll. You can roll with it, and it's amazing. That's why so many people have a lot of success all over the country in different markets, is by targeting, personalizing, and having good, clean, simple, attention-grabbing copy on the cards, coupled with a sequence.
Awesome. Well, for those that have joined us live, I will be doing some giveaways with each live Q&A. So for those that have joined live, there is a sequence planning guide that I've loaded in the chat that you can take advantage of. And let's see if I can, I think I can go ahead and pull that up for you guys just to show you what that looks like. So that's for this week. Let's do a screen share here. I think I was already sharing the screen, wasn't I? This guide is going to be updated with our new update, but it does contain some short, medium, and long sequences. These have been what I've put into my cleaning company. I've got different versions of different sequences. I'm lagging a bit here, so sorry about that. But you guys get that free, and just use it to help set up your sequences, because you can set up an entire year worth of touches in one sequence. So when you get done with the job, you could have someone in the office or the guy out in the field, send that sequence one time and stay top of mind and in front of your customer for 12 months. How nice would that be? You don't even have to think about it again.
And it's beyond nice, because this is dollars. This is revenue. This is how you win. There's 3 ways to make money in your business. You can either get a new customer, get more money from your current customer, or my favorite, both, right? And so staying top of mind and touching, really little businesses don't really understand the epicness of doing that well, okay? Because for every 100 customers that hire you per year, the next year, only a portion of them are going to hire you back, right? Let's say that it's 50. But when you are staying top of mind and engaging them, you can bump that by 50%. You could get up to 75. And it's just by being intentional in following up. So you'll make
obviously the guys on this webinar today is generally going to be you guys are already using our software, and we really appreciate you guys as customers. And I'm seeing a lot of really good things. The designs that we've been making in-house, and I don't even know all the ones that you guys are doing yourself, but there's been some really good thoughts that you guys have been utilizing this new tool. Really, this technology isn't, it's nowhere else. So to use this, we're kind of paving the way for a new frontier on direct marketing and relationship marketing. So I appreciate you guys with your feedback. Be sure to send out questions to Josh or I, or even Chris. Many of you guys have even met Mike. So whoever you feel most comfortable with, reach out to us, and we're going to help you out. We'll do this again next week. If you guys have some questions that you'd like answered live next week, be sure to reach out so that we can prepare those. And then also, if you'd like to be there should be a link below this video somewhere if you'd like to sign up to be notified of the next Q&A session. So, Josh, any other words?
No, just thank you to everybody that's been with us. We're continuing to pour money and development and brain bandwidth power into making this better. There's even more stuff coming towards Christmas or right around January that's going to be amazing. But the gifts and the letters and the changes we've made with this update that's coming out here shortly is amazing. I hope you like it. We made it for you. Give me all the feedback, good and bad, you got, so we can continue to improve and serve you.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Josh, for meeting with me today, and hopefully you have a great rest of your day. And for all those watching, you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.